Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I am just another sim guy. Thanks for joining me. So, as the title of the video says, RaceRoom is free in its entirety right now. It's been like that for a couple of weeks and it encouraged me to jump back in and try a little bit. So yeah, I just wanted to make this really short video just to introduce it to people that might not be aware. So what you'll see in the background is the Super Tourers, which when they're not on offer anymore for free, I think I might invest in these. I mean, they are amazing fun. You get that nostalgic feel, but they've done a really good job in making these look incredible on track. Interior and exterior graphics look great, so I think I'll be investing in these. I'm going to do a couple more online races and see how I get on, but I've not done an online race in RaceRoom for many years and I was reasonably impressed. So these are the Super Tourers. Like I say, they were at Donington in one of these sort of official ranked races, so I gave that a try the other day. Yeah, pretty good. I'm in the Alpha 156. So yeah, for this video I'm going to let you know what I have enjoyed, what I didn't like quite so much, and give you an idea of whether or not it's worth giving it a go, especially at the moment. So you've got until August the 18th to give this a try. All of the content, like absolutely all of the content, is completely free at the moment, which is a pretty good opportunity to jump in and try it out. So, you know, normally you get a handful of content, a handful of cars, a handful of tracks. You can still access some ranked stuff, but you can jump in for free all the time. But for this period, you have got access to over 250 cars across 45 manufacturers. There's 85 racing classes, and there's 69 tracks, that including all of the different sort of layouts and variations of the tracks. There's 168 different layouts. What you get normally is 16 cars and 6 tracks, which add up to 18 variations. So even that's quite good. But to get this amount of content for free, and as the time of recording this, you've got just over 3 weeks to give it a go. I think it's silly not to give it a try. It means that you'll be able to try so much stuff, and obviously, like any sim, the quality varies. Some stuff drives nice, some stuff is a bit hit and miss. I've not found too much that's that bad, to be fair, but there's going to be some stuff that's a bit more dated. Some of the newer stuff's good, so these Super Tourers seem fantastic. Might take a little bit of playing with to adjust your force feedback settings and bits and pieces like that, but you know, there's an opportunity there to get quite a lot out of it. So yeah, I would encourage people to download it, give it a try. You've got a few weeks. It's nice to see the online lobbies populated. You know, the biggest downside with RaceRoom is always that people seem to have migrated across to other things, other sims. It seems dead. You know, as a one-player option with adaptive AI, you can get some really good races and some really good cars. There's a good range of vehicles that you don't see in other sims. There's a good range of tracks that you don't get anywhere else. But the downside is, if you want something like an iRacing or an LMU with good competitive online racing, there just isn't the people playing it, and it's a real shame. But obviously, with this being free to try, it has brought some numbers back, and it's really nice to see some lobbies populated for a change. So, based on my try and how I got on, what did I like? Well, I liked these cars. I liked the way they handled, the felt, the weight transfer, the grip. All felt pretty authentic. Nice bit of weight behind the cars. You know, felt authentic to the age. Love the tracks. I love Donington. I've been to Donington, and this is a really good version of Donington. It looks great. Done a really good job on that, and especially in VR. You know, I found it quite nice. I think that it's the little touches. You know, the detail in the mirrors is good. The sort of grime and dead bug build up on the windscreen adds a really nice dimension to it. The other cars sound nice. Gravel hitting the cars when you go off track sounds really good. You know, yeah, so on the whole, really nice experience. I found the online racing, the quality of the people online to be pretty good, pretty well mannered. You know, no one being idiots and taking people out, not in the race that I was in anyway. So that's good. So what's not so good? Well, although the graphics are good, you know, they're good to look at, I still found it not quite as smooth as I have been. I've been spending quite a lot of time in iRacing over the last few weeks, and I think the graphics are on a par together each. That, you know, they both look good, but there's just something about RaceRoom where, particularly online, it just seems to have a little bit of a judder. I'm not really quite sure how to explain it. It's not frames, because according to the frame rate sort of that I look at, it's stable on the headset, but it does seem to have a little bit of a jitter or a little bit of a judder at times, and particularly when you're racing close to other people online, they sometimes wobble. So I don't know if it's the, you know, if it's the way the netcode works and the sort of game guessing on where the car is. So you sometimes get that little shimmer or that little wobble, and also sometimes the other cars don't move. It's really, again, it's hard to explain. I don't quite know how to articulate it, but it's almost like, you know, with a lot of other sims and with the AI in this game, I thought it was okay. But particularly with iRacing Online, you know, when you're following cars or there's groups of cars behind you in the mirrors or they're in front of you, you know, when they move and they swing and they sort of, you know, you get a bit of body roll and the suspension's working and all that sort of stuff. You get a feel that they look quite realistic. They look like you'd expect them to behave in real life. They, you know, they lean and they turn into the corner when someone loses it on a slide and then they catch it. You know, it looks reasonably real. There's something about the movement online. It just didn't feel quite right. I mean, it could have been me. It could be that these cars are just traditionally stiff, I guess, in the sort of suspension side of it, and maybe they don't lean and bounce. And I've been spending too much time in like open wheels or the Mazda, you know, and they lean more. So I'm just not, you know, it was more me noticing it, but they wouldn't move like that anyway. So maybe they do behave completely real. But there was a bit where some guy sort of, you know, lost it in front of me, and as he slid, it just looked a little bit false. But yeah, all little picky things. I mean, you know, you can see from some of the race footage here that, you know, it's not that bad, and maybe it doesn't come across very well in the recording, and sometimes what's recorded from the sort of flat mirror screen in VR isn't the same as what I see. Maybe I can tweak some of my settings. Maybe I've, you know, ramped a few things up, or maybe because my PC was working hard to record the footage as well as sort of handle the VR. Maybe, you know, maybe if I wasn't recording, I wouldn't notice it. So maybe that's a test for me to do and report back on. But yeah, I mean, on the whole, very, very good. I'm definitely going to give it a bit more of a try over the next week or two and report back on, you know, what I find. And if it was down to the recording, then it could just be me. But yeah, I hope this encourages some people to jump on it, give it a try, give it a test, get into some of the content, get into some online lobbies, but try some offline stuff as well. You don't get the same variation in terms of sort of day and night transition. You don't get any weather with RaceRoom. You do get some times of the day, so you go for sort of morning or sunset and that sort of stuff, but, you know, overcast and that sort of thing is the limit of what it provides. It doesn't give you any rain or drizzle or you know, transitioning into nighttime and all that stuff, but it's still well worth a go in my book. So I would encourage anyone to give it a try, and you've got nothing to lose while it's free for the next few weeks. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Just have a look in the description and there'll be links to our new Discord. So we're really starting to build that up, and we're going to be doing some community races all in good time. We've got a brand new website, that is justanothersimguy.uk, so that's up and running, and that'll be growing over time, and there's a link to that as well. We've got quite a few videos on RaceRoom as well as lots of other sims, but there's a RaceRoom playlist. I'll put a link to that in the description, so do check that out. I've been adding to that over the last couple of months. Don't forget to like, give us a sub, and you'll be notified of all the next exciting videos that are going to be coming out. And you know, share us with your friends and help us to grow it. The support so far has been pretty overwhelming and pretty surprising, I've got to be honest, and I'm really looking to providing a lot more quality content. So do let me know in the comments what you think of our videos, what you like, what you don't like, anything specific you want us to focus on, and you know, I'll give it some thought and hopefully start creating exactly what people are looking for. So it's been great. Thanks for sticking with me to the end. I've been Just Another Sim Guy, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.